Hello and welcome. Today we'll go over a very popular generative algorithm called StyleGAN2, which is developed by nvidia labs. The picture that you see are not of real people. These are artificially generated. We'll make use of nvidia labs github account and use the codes to generate these images by ourselves. And for that, we are going to use freely available Google's Colab. So let's get started. You can start by going to Google Drive and then click on New. And under More, you should see Google Colab. Click on that. The first thing you should do is to click on Runtime and go to Change Runtime Type. It has some hardware accelerators, but default is none. You should go to GPU. So because running these commands will require GPU, so make sure you change this to GPU and then click Save. Now I would suggest open the link given below this video. So when you open that file, you will see this Google Doc file. So this is specially for those people who are not very well versed with the Python. Mostly what you can do is just cut and paste and run the codes. Start by copying first cell and paste this in the first cell. So the StyleGAN2 developed by nvidia labs requires a specific TensorFlow version, and that's why we need to run this. So when you run this, it says it has selected 1.15.2. So let's add the next cell. Again copy paste. Cell 2 is going to clone using GitHub account of nvidia labs. Let's run this. If you click on this folder here, you will see that StyleGAN2 now appears. So this contains various files that are needed. So now I'm going to add cell 3. Using seeds, you can choose like how many pictures you want. FFHQ basically are faces, and I'm going to say 1 to 50. So this will create 50 pictures. And then we have truncation PSI, which can take values from 0 to 1. And when the value is close to 0, the pictures are more realistic. Close to 1, they are obviously less. I'm going to keep it like in the middle, in the beginning. So in about 1 minute and 45 seconds, it creates 50 different images and places them in a folder called results. So if you go inside and click here, you will see there are 50 pictures that it has created. So for example, number 5 is picture of this lady. It's difficult to see these pictures one by one. So what we'll do is we'll add one more cell. And this is cell number 4. We are going to create a video file, and let's say we want 2 frames per second. And we'll name this file as people.mp4. Run this. We can add next cell, cell 5. You can run this code to make it available under content. So this is the file. If you double click, you should be able to play this using appropriate player. 2 frames per second did not give us a good outcome. So I'm going to change this to 3. Run cell 4 again and cell 5 again. So now we can refresh and double click. So this is what we get. Now let's add cell 6. So now we are preparing to run changes in faces. So we'll run some cells one by one. Add next. All these codes are slightly customized based on what we have from the nvidia lab codes. In 10, you will see that we have FFHQ, which is for faces, but NVIDIA also have StyleGAN2 for cars, horses and cats. The only thing is faces are 1024 by 1024, but other pictures may not be of very high quality. If you change this to 5 and this to 6, then basically it takes picture 5 and 6 and then applies those changes gradually. So picture 5 is of a lady and picture 6 is a younger girl. So let's run this. In 12 we are making a directory and the directory will be named as out. You will see that appears here. So if you refresh, you will see out directory is here. So right now it's empty, nothing is there. In cell 13 we are indicating cedar as well as vector size. So earlier we mentioned 5 and 6. So we want to go from picture 5 to picture 6. So we can retain that. We can artificially create as many pictures as we want. Let's stick to 300. So now we are going to generate images and let's keep this to 0.5. So it does take some time before all 300 pictures are created. So let's add next cell. We'll create a video called faces.mp4 and use 50 frames per second. Maybe we can reduce it slightly to 30. And then we add 17th and last cell. So refresh and we have this faces. You can run this. The face of a lady changes gradually. Looks like she becomes younger and younger. So if you want to reverse this, like the child becoming adult, so we can go to cell number 11 and instead of 5, 6 we can say the range is from 6 to 5. So this is 6 and this is 5. So we run 11. So we can run 13, 14 and generate new images. So we can keep same settings and same name for 16 and then finally cell 17. Refresh and double click. So now you can see the picture starts with the younger kid and then the face changes to that of a lady. When we generate these images from StyleGAN2, each number will always result in same image. So if you are using 6, so every time you run, you are going to get the 6th image. We can also change the range to include 4, which is of slightly elderly lady, by making this 4. So what we'll do is with 6 and 5, let's try a smaller number for truncation PSI 0.01 and we'll also try 0.99, which is closer to 1. This way you can try any number that you want. Thanks very much for watching.